It is the world's strongest storm so far this year.
Lubog na nga sa baha ang ilang bayan. Hindi pa rin lumulubay ang bagsik ng bagyong Ompong hanggang kanina. Naglandfall na ang bagyong Ompong. Pero ganito po ang nararanasan namin ngayon.
Today we pave way for a special edition of Trending Clips as we take a look at what happened during the recent onslaught of Typhoon Mangkhut in the Philippines and China and Hurricane Florence in the US. As of the noon of Thursday, September 20, the death toll in the Cordillera region alone rises to 73, almost a week after the landfall of Typhoon Mangkhut, locally known as Ompong. It set a record-breaking wind speed of 250 kilometers per hour at 2 a.m. on Saturday, September 14. There are 11 confirmed deaths in Baguio City, 3 in La Trinidad, Benguet, 1 in Tuba, Benguet, 51 in Itogon, Benguet, 6 from Bontoc Mountain Province, and 1 in Pasil, Kalinga. According to the Philippine National Police, 64 are still missing, 60 of which are coming from Itogon and Baguio City. Overall, Typhoon Ompong claimed the lives of at least 88 people, including the deaths in Cagayan Valley, Ilocos Region, Central Luzon, and Metro Manila. However, the fatalities still continue to rise as authorities continue their search and retrieval operations in landslide-hit areas, especially in the mining town of Itogon, Benguet, where nearly 100 miners were trapped when a mountain slope collapsed, burying the bunkhouses they're staying at. During a situation briefing at La Trinidad, Benguet, President Rodrigo Duterte expressed his sincere grief over the tragedy and his displeasure over the mining industry in the country following the catastrophe at Itogon. Of all the regions affected by the fatal calamity, Cordillera suffered the most. Severe flooding and landslides occurred in almost every town. The famous strawberry farm in La Trinidad, Benguet was completely submerged in water. Rivers overflowed and turned into ravaging forces, destroying everything that comes its way. After devastating the Philippines, Mangkhut headed to southern China and violently slammed into Hong Kong's coastal shores and tore through cities in neighboring Guangdong province before landing in the city of Taishan. The Hong Kong Observatory said that the typhoon's sustained winds peaked to 175 kilometers per hour by the time it reached the country. Typhoon signal number 10 was declared and stayed in place for 10 hours. Mangkhut makes local history as the most destructive storm to ever hit Hong Kong, causing a record storm surge, uprooting 1,500 trees, and smashing over 400 windows. It had caused 9 serious floods, which was double the number Typhoon had to cost in 2017. The typhoon also left 394 people injured, almost 4 times as many as in last year's storm. According to an economist, this time, insurance claims could exceed $1 billion. As of September 17, places such as Chengchao and Hengfachuan are still without water and electricity. Mangkhut also managed to shut down the 8th busiest airport in the world, the Hong Kong International Airport, as well as the airports in nearby Shenzhen and Guangzhou. The Hong Kong International Airport catches to reschedule about 2,000 delayed flights over a 2-day period. So great is the damage to infrastructure that even 2 of Hong Kong's tallest buildings, the 88-story International Finance Center in Central and the 118-story International Commerce Center in West Kowloon, did not remain unscarred despite being built to withstand wind speeds above the super typhoon level. Simultaneously, at the other end of the world, another storm has been doing its own rounds, causing wreck and havoc in the US. Hurricane Florence made landfall in North Carolina early Friday, September 14, dumping heavy rains throughout the state. Though slightly smaller than Mangkhut, Florence proved its own strength, claiming at least 32 lives, including 2 people in South Carolina who died from carbon monoxide poisoning. It also led to hundreds of water rescues. At the height of the storm, more than 1 million homes lost power, According to officials, areas that are hit the hardest may be without electricity for weeks. Torrential rain battered the state as Florence dumped a record-breaking 35.93 inches of rainfall near Elizabethtown in North Carolina. Some areas were flooded with 1 to 2 feet of rain, with some receiving nearly 3 feet of rain. Though the storm is no longer a hurricane, flooding still continues to mount across the Carolinas as rivers continue to rise. We at Klipps TV wish to extend our grief and condolences to the families of those affected by the recent calamities. We hope that these events would further strengthen our ties and resilience and would always serve as a reminder of our responsibilities as inhabitants of the planet we're living in. Now that's a wrap for this week's Trending Clips. Like and follow us on our social media sites. Subscribe to on our YouTube channel and you'll always be the first to know the latest news in Asia and the Philippines. See you again next week for another episode of Trending Clips.